Hello, my 32 subscribers. Today's name of the day is Theophania, and before I begin, happy Epiphany. The name of the day has a very close relation to what day it is today, which is January 6th, the celebration of Epiphany. Now let's begin with Epiphany before I dive into the name. Epiphany is a celebration. You probably look, I wrote notes down. Epiphany is a celebration of the three wise kings visiting baby Jesus. It's also celebrated many times to celebrate the baptism of Jesus in the Jordan River. And before it was known as Epiphany, it was known as Theophany, right? And Theophany was celebrated January 6th. And Theophany is a Greek word meaning, it's made of two Greek elements. And if you're familiar with Greek, Theo means God, and I believe in original Greek it's Theophanio. Correct me if I'm wrong. And phanio means to appear, to make known, to uncover, essentially. And what many Greek people love to do, and the rest of the world loves to do from Greek names, is make a name out of it. And from that name we get Theophanio and Theophania. And correct me if my pronunciation is very wrong, because I am obviously saying it with English phonetics. But Theophania was a name that was genuinely quite popular in medieval time, the medieval period. And it's such a beautiful name, and it means God's appearance, the appearance of God. There's another one, the manifestation of God, right? It's such a powerful name, and it was a name given to girls traditionally born on January 6th. So if your baby girl was born during this time on January 6th, it was traditional to name her Theophania. Seems very fitting, right? Now, what happened in the 12th century around where the Anglo-Saxons were, the name became anglicized, as many names do. Very fun. And that's where we get a very well-known around the world name of Tiffany. And this is where we go into another very interesting phenomenon, because you never hear the name Tiffany when you think of medieval times. It almost feels weird to think of that name to be historical, right? Can you imagine like a maiden named Tiffany? And that is actually called the Tiffany problem, which is many things our brains do when we realize many things. We can't connect the two. We can't connect Tiffany to be medieval. It sounds too modern. And it's actually a big thing within writers. When they're writing period pieces during medieval times, they avoid the name Tiffany, even though it's historically accurate. Another example of a similar problem, like the Tiffany problem, is, let's say, the sound of an eagle. We've been so conditioned to hear this fake sound of an eagle, let's say in media, that when we actually hear the real sound of an eagle, it feels unrealistic. It's almost like, that saying, like, the reality seems almost fictitious because we've lived another reality, which is a fabrication. Well, there you go. I mean, I bet there are many people named Tiffany now that are not born January 6th. But that is why Tiffany, Theophania, is the name of the day. So the name is Tiffany. Happy Epiphany.